So Kristie Bruce-Lane is running for State Assembly District 77 and is here to let us know why gun owners should support her.
But first, we are so proud to have our good buddy John Dillon and the Dillon Law Group as our show sponsor. He has been with us since the day we started. And did you know Dillon Law is one of the attorneys on the Miller versus Bonta case? And if you have legal matters that involves firearms, then you need to call John. If you have questions about red flag laws, gun registration, gun transportation, or maybe you need to know that your guns are California compliant, call our trusted firearms attorney, John Dillon. John Dillon specializes in California gun laws, 760-642-7150, or you can visit his website at dillonlawgp.com.
So as you guys all know, I run an organization called San Diego County Gun Owners. We're all members and proud supporters. And as you all, of course, know, I'm on the radio show Gun Owners Radio that you're listening to now. And San Diego County Gun Owners does not endorse people, candidates on the state or federal level, and Gun Owners Radio doesn't endorse people at all. But this is the first time you've ever heard me say this. I personally am endorsing someone who's running for the assembly because I'm so impressed with her. Mm-hmm. I'm so impressed with her campaign and her chances of winning. You know, a lot of districts are drawn up in such a way that one team or the other one is guaranteed to win, but she's in a district that's absolutely winnable. She's a outstanding candidate. So I personally am endorsing Kristie Bruce-Lane for State Assembly in District 77. We're going to have a fundraiser for her. I'm going to have a fundraiser for her in a couple of months here. So I invited her on the show to introduce her to everybody and talk a little bit about her campaign. Kristie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks for having me.
You bet. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about your background. Where do you come from? What did you do before you were a candidate? Have you ever been elected to anything before?
Yeah, so I was born and raised in the Valley in Bakersfield in an agricultural family. I went away to school like we all do, graduated from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo with a couple, 2 or 3 majors, crop science, nutritional science with a biotech background as well. And then my background is mainly in agriculture and healthcare. And, of course, as you grow older, I get a little wiser, and I work, a lot in the community. I'm a part of many boards in the community, started my own foundation called the Thumbprint Project Foundation. And you come to a point in life and you figure out, and then I have a son, too. I had a child, and you just see the way the community's going, the world's working, and it's just going in the wrong direction fast. And I'm not the type to let grass grow under my feet, and I knew I had to do something. I jumped out of the corporate world, jumped headfirst into politics. I did win my last election in 2020, was elected as director for the Leavenhaven Municipal Water Board. And, now I'm running for assembly, and there's a lot of things I want to accomplish in Sacramento. The dysfunction of Sacramento is hurting our families, hurting our kids, killing our elderly. And, we are now in a position where we have to prove to the government on why we're allowed to exercise our freedom. It's not okay with me. So what I am for is cutting taxes for hardworking San Diego families, supporting those small businesses who are struggling because of the dysfunction of Sacramento, addressing the homeless crisis, advocating and legislating nursing home reform, advocating for school choice. And I want to take it a step farther and then protect our children, give them safe learning environments behind those gates. And, of course, I am still running and always talking about ensuring clean and plentiful drinking water for people, for our farmers, to grow their crops, which feed us every day when we sit down at the dinner table at night, and the environment.
I personally left the Republican Party not too long ago because I got sick and tired of them not being sick and tired of things. I mean, there's so many candidates, so many elected officials who are just don't stand up for anything. They, a lot of platitudes and promises when they're running, but when it comes down to it and it comes down, comes time for them to actually stand for something and make a statement, they just wouldn't. When I heard you talk years ago when you were running for the water board, when I've heard you talk to folks, at other functions, the reason I was very impressed and I'm excited about your campaign is that you've kind of maybe not necessarily shared the same frustrations about the Republican Party in general, but have shared those frustrations about elected officials and have been very vocal about saying, hey, we need to stand up for things that people believe in. And the Democratic Party, say what you will about them, but man, Democrats stand up for what they believe in. And it seems like the other side of the aisle is a little bit lax on that, and I don't know why. But can you talk a little bit about that? Like when you get elected into office, how can you ensure to people that you're going to stand up for the stuff that you believe in?
Yeah, so I see the issues that we're dealing with today as not red or blue issues. Our water doesn't run red or blue. The issues I'm standing on, these are about the people. And anybody who knows me, I'm passionate about the work I do in the community. I have the community experience, which separates me as a candidate. I have the professional background, which separates me as a candidate. And I have the political will to do what I'm going to say I'm going to do. But you're right. We do see elected officials that don't stand on what they're going to say they're going to do. I look at it this way. I've lost too much under the Sacramento function. I've already lost my father, and I'm not going to lose my child to the world and what's going on. So I will stand on my principles. I'm not afraid to do that. And, I put out a newsletter with the current elected position I'm in right now to 25,000 individuals across all divisions of the water board, and I publish my vote. I let people know the way I vote, and I let them know why. I'm just not afraid to do that. I'm a pretty common sense individual, and I will stand on principle, and I will protect the people, and I will stand for the people. Like I said, these issues to me today are not red and blue.
Yeah,
these are just basic people issues.
There's one of the things that really impressed me is that you publish your votes. You tell people, hey, this is how I vote on different issues. And believe it or not, you're kind of alone on that. There aren't a whole lot of people out there that do that. If they can hide their votes, they're happy to do it. So I was really, really happy to see you do that when you got into office, and I think that's great. Let's talk a little bit about the district, because I think a lot of people out there don't get involved with campaigns because they just don't think good things are ever going to happen. Your district is winnable, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a very viable district. So I could talk about the split of it right now. So it's about 37% Dem, 29% Republican, and 33% no party, which is a shift because we're starting to see a lot more people choose, hey, I'm not choosing one side or the other. They're starting to look for common sense candidates at this point. So my district is basically now, this is on the backdrop. These lines will be redrawn sometime in January. But right now, if you look at the district, I have San Pasqual Valley, a little bit of Rancho Santa Fe, Torrey Highlands, Carmel Valley, Sorrento Valley, Poway, Forest Ranch, Scripps Ranch, down to 15, all the way to Montgomery Field, a little bit of UC area. I think if the lines are going to be redrawn, I think it may just shift a little bit east, southeast a little bit. I may pick up a little bit of El Cajon, Santee. We're just not sure, but I don't think it's going to change too drastically. But in a nutshell, that's what it is. We have about 322,000 registered voters in that district alone.
So you were happy to get my personal endorsement. I'm a big gun nut. People, that's no secret. It's what I do for a living. We're going to do a fundraiser at a gun range. I've never heard you back down from talking about Second Amendment issues in California. You're on Gun Owners Radio. Tell me, why is it important for you to talk about the Second Amendment and stand up for it?
Yeah, so I'll always stand for the Second Amendment. The right to self-defense, I believe, is a basic human right, and gun ownership is a part of that right. I grew up, in the Valley in an agricultural family. I've grown to respect guns. I know how to handle them. I'm not afraid of them. And, we got to think about the laws that are coming down the pike right now are punishing gun owners that are responsible gun owners that aren't doing harm. And I don't believe in that. We have a right to defend ourselves. So I stand wholeheartedly on the Second Amendment. I won't back down from that because the government is not going to come in and protect you. And with the way that defund the police is happening right now, they're not going to get there in time. But I won't let anybody harm me or my family.
And I've really been impressed with, you've been very inquisitive on, there's so much nuance when it comes to California gun law. And a lot of folks, a lot of our members, many of our listeners, we're kind of in this bubble where we know every single little in, out, and nuance. And you've been extremely inquisitive and asked very intelligent questions about the problems that gun owners have. Because the problems we have don't make sense. The laws that are in California don't make sense. They're not. It still makes sense. So I really appreciate that. So what? How can people help you? Or what's the key to success here?
Well, the key to success is come and talk to me, get to know me. I'm willing to meet, at coffee, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I mean, I will meet large groups, small groups. I want people to hear from me, talk to me so they know I'm a real person. I have real experience. And, I'm willing to fight for the people. And the way you can help me is to donate today in any amount, because it all adds up, and you can donate at KristieBruce-Lane.com or host a fundraiser. I've got people contacting me all the time, and I'm very, very grateful. Every penny counts in a race like this. This is a very viable seat, and I need you out there in the public, and you need me in Sacramento.
What's your website?
www.KristieBruce-Lane.com.
Excellent.
All right, Kristie, thank you very, very much. And I see we have a mutual friend, Charger Steve, so that's always a good sign.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.